Don't you like my jacket? This is like maybe genuine leather. We got it at Goodwill for like $3.
It's genuine vinyl. So we got some Teavivre.
And we are going to make it in my favorite teapot.
Her little Kyushu, Japanese. It's got this handle on it that keeps you from getting hot when you use it.
This beautiful tea set was given to me for Christmas by my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And it is currently my favorite tea set.
It is from the 70s.
Followed only very closely by my Teavivre Gaiwan. The tea that we have today is the Fengqing Dragon Pearl Black Tea. And, as the name suggests, it is tiny cute little pearls.
I love pearls.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Black tea. Okay, we ready for some actual?
So what is the clay teapot that you ended up getting, the cheaper one?
It's called Economical. I'll put a link down below, and you'll see it once it arrives, but it's coming from China. It might be what? Okay, we have a lovely liquor here.
Hang on. I poured too much for you.
Yes, you did. She was very generous. Isn't that nice of her? This is a caramel color.
Daddy, you want some of the next one?
He doesn't want to play right now.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to smell it.
It smells good.
Black tea.
It smells kind of butterscotchy.
It's very light at the moment because these things take a while to unfurl.
So instead of having dark to light, it's more of a very mild flavor to a very dark flavor instead of a very dark flavor to a very mild flavor.
Actually, it's unfurling there. See long pieces.
I love these. They're fun.
Yes. Normally I don't play in my tea, but I wanted you to see that.
Oh, I found this hanging on our refrigerator.
Nostalgia.
My haircut. I used to have long hair, as you know from my from the old videos of me. But my hair used to be a lot blonder, and I seem to gravitate towards the same haircut whenever I get my haircut.
Okay, infusion number 2 is poured. This has a little ventilation hole in the lid.
It's fun.
Let the steam out. Okay, infusion number 2.
Okay.
I'm letting her pour it because this is definitely a right-handed pour with this.
And by the way, if you see me pouring out the last little bit of my tea, it is not because I did not find it enjoyable. It is because I am removing the leaves from my cup so that the next time I don't have as many leaves as I would otherwise.
The infuser in these old porcelain teapots is rather large holes.
If you can see that, there's a little round ball right there, and it has a few holes in it that allows the tea to get through. And most of the larger leaves don't get through, but you do get quite a lot of tea dust.
Because I think traditional tea drinkers are all right with a little bit of leaf in
Yeah. By the way, porcelain is actually a very good conductor of heat. So your cup's going to get hot very fast, but your teapot isn't.
This is black tea.
Which is actually a lot better than the glass teapot that we have, which is also vintage. Which we are doing an entire series about this, by the way. It is glass versus porcelain. We haven't done one this week, but
You can definitely tell the difference.
I mean, for one thing, the size here is just
Similar.
It's a very different shape, really. This one is just
Similar capacity.
yeah, but different pouring mechanisms.
I just like pretty teapots.
But this one gets hot very fast, so you'll burn your fingers if you actually have normal-sized hands. This one has tiny fingers.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Tiny fingers, yes.
I have large hands.
I'm getting a little bit of sweet taste now around my teeth. So the reason you get a sweet taste later is because the amylase in your saliva starts to digest that little bit of carbohydrate in your tea and turns it into sugar, basically. The porcelain, I think, adds a minerality to it, and that smooths it out a bit.
Yeah, and it makes it sweeter sometimes and bitter sometimes.
Well, it dampens down whatever it is. So if you got a tea It's a bit much for you.
Just the
Porcelain will smooth it
Because
out.
if I just
Whereas glass will make it very much like it is. How much do you want?
Water. That should be good.
At this point, we're on the third infusion of these leaves, so it turns pretty quickly. It looks actually greener than it did. It looked caramel to begin with.
So depending on what we decide in the glass versus porcelain debate, whether we like glass or porcelain better, which, spoiler alert, we're probably going to like the porcelain better.
It varies. If you totally want to taste every little particle in the tea, go with glass because it has nothing to contribute.
It's not really porous, so it's not going to take it and
It leaves you
add new.
exactly with what the tea tastes like. If you want to smooth it down and add some minerality, you can go with porcelain. Okay, this is ready to go now. Where's the lid of this? You can pour me some of that?
So once we get the clay tube out, we'll probably do like a porcelain versus clay.
Yeah, it's much lighter. I guess because it's the third roux, but also maybe because it's in the glass.
Yeah, probably, because it's just those little things.
It's hotter. It's hotter in the glass.
Because glass is a better conductor. I learned that in science class.
And it's louder.
Yep. Yep, it's louder. So that concludes that experiment.
Okay, hit me with some cream. Cream doesn't add much.
I love watching it when my cream just explodes in the tea. It doesn't really do much in this one, though.
You know, I think if you're going to drink the Fengqing Dragon Pearl, do it straight because it's good black tea. And until we see you again,
Make sure to make time for tea and a good book.